Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show, Tip to Tea. I'm your host, Angie E, where we talk about everything from motivational, inspirational, and of course, the tea. So tune in anytime on YouTube and Can TV to watch previous episodes. You don't want to miss it. Hey, we got a hot topic on today. Today's topic is life after the divorce. Okay? Life after divorce. We're going to talk and dive into this. This is a really good topic. I was told that I should do this topic. A lot of people are dealing with this, especially in these end times. The devil is really coming to sap divorces for some reason. But guess what? Know this. This is the word for today. You can make it. It's okay. Sometimes we feel alone. Sometimes we feel abandoned. But guess what? God will help you through. Okay? So now, let's just go back and we're going to talk about this again. Know this. Let me even repeat this. You can make it. Okay? Know that with God, all things are possible. And I have to say that, and I have to acknowledge God because without Him, we're nothing. So I have to come in and I have to say this. Know that God is with thee, and know that God is truly, truly your survivor and your way maker. Okay? Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna dive right into the show, and this is what, according to researchers, said too. So I do got a few. I have a few Q&A, questions and answers, and I want to know your take on this as my audience. I want you guys to be able to dive into this anytime you want to. You can go to my YouTube channel and type in my name, Angela Eskridge, and watch previous episodes. Oh, so with that being said, I do have to do my intro, guys. I almost forgot. I'm so excited about today's show. I'm so excited about today's topic, life after divorce. So I almost forgot. So with that being said, let's I'm gonna go into this. Right into this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show, Tip to Tea. I'm your host, Angie E, where we talk about everything from motivational, inspirational, and of course, the tea. So tune in anytime on YouTube and Can TV to watch previous episodes. I think I did do that, but I'm going to do it again, okay? So let's dive right on in. Go get your cups. Let's tip the tea, and we can talk about this. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get somebody set free today. We're going to get somebody healed today, okay? So, I just want to, let you know that I have had some people, some friends, some family, that call me and say, hey, why don't you do a show about this particular topic? Hey, I'm down with it. I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? And heal from it. So my thing is this. Life after divorce. There is life after divorce. You know, I've had some people that say that, they fell into a strong depression or just being distraught and feeling like there's no hope. And especially when it's done unexpectedly, or something like that. But know this, you can make it. I'm going to continue to say that until you get it in your spirit. You can make it, and it is life after divorce. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the questions that I was asked doing my research. How long should you wait before you date again after divorce? And some of the answers was, okay, do you jump right into another relationship immediately, or what is the time frame? What you guys think? What is the time frame for you? What do you think? I see some of the questions saying, do you think that you should wait to be healed first? Mm, that's powerful. That's strong right there. Y'all ready for my opinion? Okay. I think yes. I think in any situation or any relationship, before you start anything else, I think that there should be closure. There should be healing. You know what I'm saying? Because how can you jump right back into something else and you're not healed? Because you know what that's going to bring? That's going to bring a lot of residue. A residue from your last relationship is going to bring a lot of chaos, because you're not healed from the last one. So if you're not healed from something from previous, guess what you're going to do? You're going to bring it right into your right now or the present or the future. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I do think that give yourself time to heal. You know, Some people feel like, well, soon as even with the relationships, soon as you jump out of one relationship, you immediately jump right into another one. And to each his own. That's cool if that's what you want to do. But I think, my opinion, personally, I think you should give yourself time to love you, to find yourself. You know what I'm saying? And spend some time alone. It's okay. Guess what? You could go to the movies alone. You could go to dinner alone. You could go to different events alone. It's okay too. Because guess what? That means you kind of like reevaluating yourself. You know what I'm saying? Revitalizing yourself, knowing who you are, loving who you are. Because sometimes when you're in relationships and marriages, you really can't see that. You can't see you because you're so busy or you're distracted because you're in a relationship and you have to, put a lot of your time and focus towards that we kind of leave ourselves out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do think that there is. This is just my opinion. There should be a time frame. A lot of people. I remember this saying a long time ago. My grandmother used to say, "It's so crazy," but I love it. In order for you to get over one man or woman, you got to get under one. Okay. So, I mean, that may work for some people, but it don't work for everybody. Because to me, this is my opinion, you getting under to get rid of one or to get rid of, to get your mind off one and you get under another one, then that's going to bring a lot of problems too. That's going to bring a lot of, okay, so now I'm facing different situations with the past and one with the now one. It's still going to be problems. So now you got to heal from the past relationship or marriage, and then now you into a new one. You got all these thoughts, everything. Your mind and your emotions is all over everywhere. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's okay. It's called airing out. Air out yourself. Like, okay, I just went through this this horrific divorce. And sometimes divorce ain't always bad. Sometimes you be looking forward to get away from these folks. If they, especially not, they're not really contributing to anything and they're making you more. I know a lot of people say when you're not happy, you can make yourself happy or whatever. Yeah, that's true. But sometimes you want to be happy with the person that you're with. Amen. Can I get an amen or y'all tip the tea with me? Come on, somebody. So yeah, I feel like yes, you should give yourself a little time to do you. Like they said, how Stella went, how Stella got her groove back. I don't own the rights to that, but I love that movie. That's one of my favorite movies. Okay, so it's when I saw that movie, it let me know that yes, you can still live after divorce. Now I've heard some people say that divorce seems like a death. Mm, to some people, it can. When you're used to living with someone, and it depends, for a lifetime, for 15, 10 years, I don't know. And then you have to do all this all over again alone. Of course, it can be considered sort of like a death or something like that. But, and it's cool. But know that, there is a life after that. So you can just, gain your strength back, go to God, gain your strength back. You know what I'm saying? Do what find your niche, and just keep it moving. Not saying that you're not going to have these feelings and these emotions and things that's just running rapid. Of course you are. We're human. We're human beings, and you get physically and mentally and emotionally attached to someone. Yeah, you're gonna have those days and nights. Where you can't sleep and you're missing them. Of course, like I said, we're human. But I also do know that you can live after a divorce. So if you just tuned in, this is Tip to T with Angie E. We're talking about, the topic is life after divorce. Shout out to Dream Bear Productions for giving me this opportunity. You guys are wonderful. Yeah, so that is today's topic. So make sure you tune in. We're talking about life after divorce. Okay? So let's dive right on into this too. The time frame we just talked about healing. Allow healing to take place. And just be, just give it a little time. Okay? I really want to touch on this one right here. I had looked up some research, and we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen, your appearance. Let's talk about that. Okay? That's really important. I know that a lot of times after you feel like you're divorced or you not no longer in a relationship or whatever anymore, sometimes we get down, we get depressed, we don't want to eat hardly, then we don't want to put on clothes, we just go outside looking any kind of way. You feel like, oh, what the heck, right? Okay, that's your way of doing things, if that's what suits you. But I want to say this, and I want to encourage somebody today. I want to motivate someone and inspire someone. Because Tip the T is a motivational, inspirational show. Okay, I just want you guys to know that. So let's just talk about that. Even if, and I know that this is hard. Sometimes it's just, because I've been there. Okay? Let's start off saying that. I know it can be really, really, really difficult, right? To get up and be happy-go-lucky after you just lost the love of your life and you just moping around and oh my God. Guess what? Even when you feeling your worst, this is just a little words from, I ain't gonna say from, I ain't all that wise, but that's just what I heard and it worked for me. Hopefully it'll work for you. I'm gonna just pass it on to you to help you. Get up. Look your best. Even if you don't feel your best, just get up, get yourself together, and just look, say, you know what, I'm going to make it today. I'm going to get up, I'm going to look my best, even though I don't feel my best. I'm going to take me a little walk, Hey, don't be going around putting on no pajama pants, ladies. I see y'all with rags on y'all head, and I don't know what you're going through, but I just want to say this, and especially for those, even if you're newly divorced or you're looking for a mate or something like that, you're ready to start dating again, make yourself look good, even if you may not feel good. Put on some nice clothes. Ladies, put on your little makeup and put on your little lip gloss and make sure you do your hair. Get your hair done. Put on your little cute outfit. Go shopping or something. Go on a shopping spree. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying something right here. I'm saying to you guys, don't look the way you feel. And it's like I said, it's not always easy. But if you try it, it'll work. Especially if you're looking for, you're trying to find somebody to date and, this, that, and the other. And hey, and I'm going to say this too. I don't knock no dating sites, what you call those, dating sites or whatever, or, I ain't going to mention the name of them, but it's cool if that's what you like, whatever floats your boat. But a lot of times you can meet people right there in your neighborhood. You can meet people right there, at different events. You know what I'm saying? Well, make yourself look nice. Men, you don't have to mope around and, I know that you're feeling a certain type of way. Your emotions is all over everywhere. But make sure you look good. You know what I'm saying? Fix yourself up. Maybe that'll help you. That'll motivate you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to look around and be down and with your head hanging down low and you feeling like, oh, no one loves you and you'll never love again. That's another thing I want to talk about on the show. I hear a lot of people say, well, you know what? After my divorce and after, after my relationship, I'll never love again. Really? That's not fair to you. That's not fair to you. Because you know what? There could be someone, just because that one didn't work out don't mean that you can never find anyone that really love you, because sometimes you could be right there in the presence of somebody right there under your nose that will love you for you, for everything you do, flaws and all. Okay? I'm talking for those to you guys out there that feels like there is no life after divorce. I'm just stuck, you know. Oh, and we're going to talk about age. Right after this commercial, we're getting ready to go to a commercial break. But please stay tuned because we're getting ready to get down. We're getting ready to tip the tea, okay? We're going to tip this tea some more. Get your cups. Sit in front of your TV or your phone or whatever, however way you're streaming or whatever. We're about to talk about age group. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. This is Angie E with Tip the Tea. We'll be right back. right, everybody, we're back from the commercial break. We was just talking about today's topic, life after divorce. Um, and we just kind of touched a little bit about, you know, knowing that you can live again and you can love again after divorce. Okay, it can be a sad situation, like I said, and then sometimes it can go both ways. Sometimes you'd be happy to get away from these folks out here. Sometimes they ain't, they undeserving of your love, your characteristics, your nurturing. Sometimes that could be a big issue too. So it kind of go both ways. Okay. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the show today, Tip to TV and GE. We're going live today on Instagram as well. Let's go right back into before we left and went to the commercial break. We were talking about your appearance. After you divorce or break up or whatever, and it goes bad or whatever, and you're sad and depressed. Know that you can make it still. Life can go on, and you can have a happy life. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go back into. I want to talk about and touch on age. Now, sometimes after divorce, it's hard to start back dating because a lot of people feel like, especially if you are up in age, you had a long-term marriage or relationship, say 15 years and up or something, or maybe 5 years up. And you're feeling like, okay, I'm up in age, I'm too old, don't nobody want me, hey, I'm just too old. Well, so what? Because you're old. There's other old people out there that wants to get married. There's other old people out there that desire a mate. You know what I'm saying? So hey, pick yourself up and like I said, and get your groove back. It's okay. You can make it. You can do this. Okay? Another thing I wanted to talk about besides age, I do want to touch on we talked about the your appearance. I want to touch on the ladies for a second again. Stop running out to the stores and stuff with your PJs on and a rag on your head. Just like I said before earlier in the show. You don't have to look like that. I know you may not feel like putting on something and making yourself look beautiful or whatever, but sometimes you don't have to dress up like you feel. If you're feeling down and out and depressed or whatever, you still can fix yourself up. Fix yourself up. Get yourself ready and hey, go get your groove back. Like I said, that's one of my favorite movies. How Stella Got Her Groove Back. She was an older woman dating a younger man, and she was happy. They both were. So to you guys out there, I want to, like I said, hopefully this show is really motivating somebody because this is what my show is about. Tip to Tea with Angie is a motivational, inspirational show. Okay, I just want to motivate somebody out there, and hopefully this will inspire somebody. Hopefully this will help someone heal. Get your groove back. You're more than that. God loves you. Know that you can, through God, you're more than a conqueror. You can find love again. You will love again. If that's what you desire, guess what? You can. Get yourself together. Keep yourself together. Keep yourself up. If you even got to join some type of groups, stop always thinking, well, ain't nowhere to go. Yes, it is. There's a whole lot of places to go. You can start bowling. Start dancing. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself into some type of group. They have all type of stuff out here for older people. I say if you're 30 and up and you looking to, if you went through a divorce or bad divorce, there is life after divorce. You can live again. You can love again if that's what you desire. No matter the age, no matter the color or culture. There is someone, my grandmother used to always say this quote, and I always say my grandmother and a lot of things that I say because she was a wise woman, and she gave me a lot of wise information. And she will always say, well, there's somebody for everybody. And I didn't understand that quote when I was younger. And I'm like, well, what is she talking about? Didn't know. But now that I've gotten older and I'm an adult, I understand that quote now, you know. So always know that there is someone for everybody. So, so yeah, let's get back to age and keeping yourself up. If you're looking for someone, if you want to date again, make yourself available. I hear a lot of people say, well, you know what, I can't find nobody because, I don't go nowhere really because all I do is work and come home and work and go to sleep, I go home, take me a nap, I cook, I go to sleep, and the next thing I do it over again, I start over again. Okay, that's perfectly fine. But where is the time for you? Break the monotony in your life. That's so repetitious. Of course it's going to become boring. Of course it's going to become make you feel like, okay, I'm just depressed. Find your niche. Do something. Find time for you. A lot of us can find time for everything and everybody else, but we don't have no time for us. And that's why you've been sitting there alone, divorced, or ain't no relationship values because I don't know, I've been so alone by myself so long. It really don't matter to me if I find somebody or be with somebody. Well, who wants to be alone? Don't lie to yourself. If you're not true to anyone else, be true to yourself. Find your niche. Enjoy your life. Because there is life after divorce. Trust and believe that. I know some older people that join groups. They're 35 and up. They go roller skating. They dance. They go to different events. They go golfing, bowling. I mean, they do all kinds of stuff. And guess what? They meet people. You know that? So don't ever feel like you're alone or this is just the end. Nobody wants me. And let me talk to you big women out here and big men. Skinny women and skinny men. Don't feel like your weight is in the way. Don't feel like, okay, well, I'm too fat or I'm too skinny or I'm too this and don't entertain those thoughts. Love the skin you in. Love the body you in. Okay, I might be fat, skinny, whatever, but guess what? I'm going to feel good and I'm going to look good. Okay? Because back to what my grandmother said, it's somebody for everybody. It's okay. Don't feel like you too young, too old, or too young. I'm too young. Nobody really wanna, nobody probably wanna date me. I'm this age or I'm that age. No, dear. Guess what? Somebody for you too. It's somebody for you too. Okay. So I just want to, encourage someone and let you guys know there is life after divorce. Okay? This is a good topic because and I think that this really needs to be touched on and needs to be talked about. Because there is a lot of people out there that feel that there is no life after divorce. There's no happiness after divorce. And I hear a lot of people say, well, I'm happy within myself. That's good. But you still need, I think that it's still good. I ain't gonna say need, but it's still good to have someone else in your life that's significant other where you can enjoy yourself even more. And if that person ain't, hey, and if that person ain't into what you into, or you know what I'm saying, and they don't want to have fun or whatever you like doing, then hey, then maybe y'all need to sit down and have a long talk. Because I think happiness adds years on your life. I know laughter does. Did y'all know that? Laughter adds years to your life, and that's biblical. Yeah. Is it good to laugh by yourself? Yeah, it can be. But me personally, I love to just laugh and have friends over and have the, family and stuff. It's really fun and it's enjoyable. So just go ahead and live again. Get your groove back. For real. I'm tipping the tea with Angie. If you just tuned in, today's topic is on life after divorce. Shout out to Dream Bear Productions. Thank you guys again for this opportunity. This is Tip the Tea with Angie E. Let's tip the tea again, y'all. Get y'all cups and sit back and enjoy. Also, go to my channel and please subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button and press that notification bell. Get notifications for the upcoming shows. And we're going to talk about, now we're going to talk about dating or finding, say if you, after divorce, you have children. This is going to be really good. I hear a lot of people, and a lot of people have wrote me on the show, and they told me, they was like, what is the time frame? Say if you divorced and you want to start dating again. What's the time frame to allow your children to meet that significant other? Well, it's really up to you. But if you're asking my opinion, that goes back to the early part of the show when we was talking about healing. You should give yourself time to heal and to love you and to spend time with you before you should start dating. That's my opinion. This is what was asked of me. So children are very, very, very important, especially when you're starting over again. So yes, I do think that there's a time frame you should have before you introduce your children to this person, significant other or whatever. Yes, of course. And especially if they're up in age or, middle age, whatever, of course it's important. Because I'm going to tell you, believe it or not, some children are seers and they have great discernment. Yep, y'all don't want to hear that, do you? But they do. I had a little cousin one time. He was about 5 years old. And his dad raised him. And he always would say to me, he said, he would come to me and tell me, my daddy is dating. That was my first cousin. And I thought that was a great thing. I'm like, wow. But for some reason, this kid used to always tell me, he said, but cousin Angie, I don't like that lady. And I'm saying to myself, well, why? And this 5-year-old would say to me, it's just something about her. Something about her I don't like. Wait, what? I said, was she mean to you? What did she do when she come over? This 5-year-old kid told me, well, when they first come over, they don't say hi to me. Red flag. Wait, what? An adult come over and doesn't speak to a child? And then another red flag. He said, when she comes over, she brings candy and put it in her purse and she won't offer me any. Okay. Did you tell your dad? He doesn't believe me. Okay. This 5-year-old began to tell me, he said, and then she just stares at me. And she it's kind of creepy. So I go in my room. And I stay in my room as long as my dad. Okay, I'm not saying this is for every relationship. I'm not saying it's for some. But if your children meet your mate, make sure you listen to them. Children are very, very important. Okay? Sit down and have a long talk with your child or your children. And just ask them their opinion. If you're gonna be dating, because guess what? They're in it too. They're part of your life. So yes, I do think that that's very important. If you feel like you should wait, then wait. Before you introduce your children to your significant other or your mate or whoever. Absolutely, it's important. Okay? So I just want you guys to just hold on to that information, and I hope today's show really motivated and inspired somebody today. If you just tuned in, we were talking about today's topic, life after divorce. And I would love to inspire and to, motivate someone. Love yourself, date yourself, and listen to your children or child. If you have a child and you just divorced or whatever. And then sometimes, guess what? Children can uplift you too. I've had, people to tell me when they was divorced or whatever, that their child will come and they would be down and out and crying and stuff. And the kid would say, you know what, mommy, daddy, it's gonna be okay. Dad, hey, let's go out and do something. Let's just go eat, go out and have dinner or something. They could really, really inspire you and motivate you. So it is important. It really is. So I just want to give you a little bit more inspiration, if I can. Make sure you heal first, because you don't want to take residue from your past relationship into your now or your future relationship. So make sure you give yourself time to heal. However long that take, I don't know, I can't tell you how long, but however long it takes. Because the last thing you want to do is go into something new, bringing something old into it. That was good, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you are healed. Make sure you learned from that past relationship, and the things that you did learn good, the good things you want to bring. But the bad, keep that behind you. Keep all of that bad stuff behind you. But know that you can live after divorce. Hey, and if this show has really inspired you today or motivated you, hit me up. Go to my YouTube channel and type in my name, Angela Eskridge, and leave me a comment below. And guess what? Let's talk about today's show. If you like it, hit that like button and press that notification bell and subscribe to my channel. We're going to have lots of more topics like this, because I really do think that this should be talked about. It should be brought to the forefront. Life after divorce. There is life. Okay? Live again. Love again if that's what you desire. And then, you know what? Hey, like I said, keep yourself up. I know that sometimes emotions can rage everywhere, emotionally it can bring you down or whatever, but guess what? You don't have to look like what you're going through. Okay? You don't have to look like what you're going through. So I just want to, like I said, I hope that this has really motivated someone and inspired someone. There is life after divorce, y'all. Okay? I'm going to get ready to close out. Hopefully, like I said, this has really inspired someone and it has really motivated someone to live again, to love again, and to date again, and have fun again. Okay? Do that for you. Do that for you. Okay? So maybe I'll do a part 2 segment on this. I think it was a very good topic. Okay? So like I said, just love yourself. That's the main thing. It's loving yourself too. You know. Like I said, join some groups. Get with a group of friends. If you want to, if sitting at home, don't make your life repetitious. You know, find something or find your niche. Because I mean, hey, going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home every single day and doing nothing else, that can become very boring. that will make you kind of depressed. So find your niche. Get, like I said, get with some, join some positive groups and stuff, and start hanging out with, positive people that bring positive energy. Start hanging out. You'll be surprised how that'll help you. You know what I'm saying? And even I want to speak to the widows out there. I'm having so many people, so many widows have hit me up. They have inboxed me, text me, and said, "Why don't you talk about that too? What could widows do? Uh, Especially those that's up in age. I say some that's 40 and up. They feel like there's no more life. There's nothing else that they could do. Um, they feel so alone, and they feel like they shouldn't be here. Oh no, the devil is a liar. You can live again, and you can love again. There's someone out there for you. You know, like I said again, keep yourself up and try to don't entertain those negative thoughts. Stop all that negative thinking. As my grandmother would call it, stinking thinking. Okay? Don't allow those thoughts to come in your head and get into your mind. Because sometimes if you don't be careful, you'll start entertaining those thoughts and acting them out if they're not right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm speaking on if they're not good thoughts, okay? Don't stop believing those thoughts. Believe in yourself. And most importantly, believe in God. Believe that He can help you. He will heal you from these horrible things. I'm serious. I've been there. So, by all means, I'm just trying to encourage someone today. I'm trying to get someone set free and healed on today to let you know that there is life after divorce. So if you just tuned in, this is Tip to Tea with Angie E. We're talking about life after divorce. I'm getting ready to close out the show. So if you have any questions, comments, or concern, go to my YouTube channel, type in my name, Angela Eskridge, and leave me a comment below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. This is Angie E with Tip to Tea. Okay? And I want to hear from you guys. What was your take on today's show? Life after divorce. Okay? So with that being said, I hope that really, really touched someone, and I hope it motivated and inspired someone, okay? And hopefully, maybe we'll do another part 2 segment. What you think? Let's do a part 2 segment on this topic, okay? So with that being said, I'm getting ready to close out the show. Thanks, everyone. A shout out to Dream Bear Productions again for the opportunity with Tip to Tea. Thanks again. So with that being said, if you or anyone you know in the Chicagoland area would like to join me on the show, or if you have an interesting topic you would like to discuss, come on out and be my special guest. Let's tip the tea. For more details about the show, you can go to my YouTube channel, type in my name, Angela Eskridge, and feel free to leave me a comment below. Stay tuned for next week's show. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. This is Tip to Tea with Angie E. See you soon.